So Austin, thanks for taking the time. I know it's been kind of a crazy year for you. You kind of get thrust into this funny car, and now it seems like after coming into the 7th race of the year that we're already talking about you as a consistent contender. I mean, how has this year been for you? Just kind of getting thrown into this and just kind of first time on a funny car and everything else.
It's been outstanding, but like you said, it's definitely been a blur. I found out I was driving this race car about 4 weeks before we went to Bradenton, and those were a long 4 weeks of a lot of trying to process and just nerves and excitement, a little bit of everything. So off to a hot start. We struggled a few weekends, but that's drag racing. You got to enjoy the highs when you're on them, and you got to battle through the lows when you're through those. So I think we'll have a good shot at another win this weekend. Race cars been really quick all week or all year long. Just seems like we've had a little bit of misfortune. We either beat ourselves or we've had a few mechanical issues. So I think we got all those things ironed out, and looking forward to a nice weekend in Epic.
And you mentioned the Superstar Shootout. Obviously, that's kind of like the kickstart of your year. You went at your first start in this car. I mean, describe that time and how much of a, I guess, momentum booster for your entire team and yourself was that?
Well, it was satisfying. Like I said, I was so nervous getting in this funny car. Not only are these things hard to drive, but when you get thrown in arguably the best funny car in the last decade, that's a lot of pressure on yourself. So, especially being a rookie, but we battled through it, and I had my hands full for sure. These things are not easy to drive, and it was pretty amazing beating the four-time champ in the final round to roll out of there with 250 grand, and definitely made a good impact on our partners, and John Force, it made us look like we made the right choice.
And I know you're kind of a jack of all trades. You work on the car, every single inch except maybe one or two things. But how satisfying is it for you to kind of be able to strap into the car and also be able to help on that other side of things and know that you're pouring the most into it as well?
Well, I just like to be a part of the team. These guys bust their tail. They work a lot harder than I do, and I like to be there for them. If they need help, I can jump in there and help them out. And between rounds, I do the little things around the pit just to kind of lighten their load a little bit, and that way they can focus on the important stuff. So I definitely enjoy working with them. I love working on the race cars, and I think it makes you a better race car driver the more you know about the race car. So my dad taught me that when I was a young kid, and definitely keeping that tradition going.
Final question. I worked with John Force this past year, on the same side, on the funny car side. I know you've worked at JFR for a while now. Just how has that been? What's the experience been like to work with him? Obviously a legend in his own right.
Yeah, I've been very blessed to race at John Force Racing. I mean, we have the best partners, we have the best parts and pieces, and it's really enjoyable. And to top it all off, I get to race with my family. That's something that a lot of people dream of doing, and it doesn't always work out. So very happy to be here, very happy to have my dad and brother on this race car and race with this whole AAA team this weekend.